Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Now, something I've been thinking about since the actual replay is just how lucky we are to have such a great opponent as the mighty Admiral Dadman. I mean, this is it. Yes, we have lost the MKB. We still have the MKBB, so we have that going for us. It does set us back in the fact that we do lose that flexibility out here. It's been a very interesting mix. We've seen new tactics, we've seen new ways to actually behave, new ways to actually engage in warfare and at sea, and that's definitely going to be lessons that we'll use well into the future. Same for you guys as well. You'll be able to use those lessons that we learned there. That's going to be really intriguing. But this is it. The campaign of today sets you up for the campaign of tomorrow, and that's going to be great. Every scenario that we play, every campaign that we play is going to be bigger, it's going to be better, more fierce, more competition. It's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. Though, the campaign today, it does set us back. It's a little bit annoying because I didn't want to lose so many aircraft, but hey, it is what it is. We have the manufacturing to make up for it. I mean, it's one of those things that we'll have to reconstitute those actual squadrons, but we can do that, and we've already done that. We'll have Shoho in about 9 days, which is going to have to remain in Japan, so we can do some resizing over there, but then this is it. We'll be out here. What we'll have to do then is obviously change the way we behave out here. And what I'm thinking about doing is essentially we'll have the land bases operate as our aircraft carriers essentially. We'll still have our actual ships out at sea, but what we'll do is we'll operate well within an actual bubble over here and try to assign long range cap. Hermes is still at large, but I can try to render her useless to a degree. When the British carriers come, that's going to be a little bit more dangerous like the larger ones, but we will have our own carrier forces in the future. The good news is the majority of the things that we do have to do, or will want to do, can be done with land-based cover. So we'll have to do that. It does sort of rule out Ceylon potentially as an invasion. It can still be done. It could still be done, but it does make it a little bit harder. But we'll see. We have plenty of opportunity. We still have plenty of juice in the tank. We're going to push on. So here we are today, man. Now, I do have these forces over here. They will receive supplies shortly. So much fuel there. It's a shame because I was about to bring in the MKB to port today. But this is it. I decided, you know, I was considering actually moving around this sub, but I think we're best off just moving over the sub. Likely there will be an attack, but it's likely that we'll be able to avoid it. We do have a decent amount of escorts. But what I want to do is actually I want to get to port here as quickly as possible. What I'm going to do here as well is we do have the speedboats that weren't actually due to merge. For some reason they didn't move that far. I'm not too sure as to why they didn't. But what I'm going to do here then is have them set to patrol the area. So I'm going to have them patrol this area here. And the reason for that is I want to try and prohibit him. I want to try and stop him from sending out PT boats or something of that nature really. So what I'm going to do then is have them on a reaction. We'll have them set to their port. Oosthaven, which would be good because there's a decent number of ships over here, PT wise. If we can deal with those, that'll be good. We're going to go ahead and hit Batavia again today with the actual air power from Palembang, which would be good news. What I'm doing these KI sort of the key 43s of the 1Cs, sort of the 1Bs, is I've got them set with 10% cap, 20% rest, and 70% long range cap over the Task Force 113, which is the MKBB. So we'll bring them into port. Ideally shoot down a number of his bombers. They're only going to be moving about 6 hexes this turn, as you can see. Moving 6, they're 8 hexes away from their destination. So they will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'll be around about this point here. And then we'll be making it into port. So we can potentially use as a trap. The waters out here are ocean deep. I really want to get to this ocean shallow point here. That's where we could do some damage to submarines. But yes, we need to get into port as quickly as possible. It's a shame as well because we might have had Benklin a couple days ago had we paid more attention. But this is it. There's lots of little things that sometimes get slipped. But we'll march on Benklin. We'll have Benklin likely within, I'd say within 4 days we'll probably have Benklin. 3 days potentially, but 4 days is likely, as we do have a number of forces converging there to actually make it a viable option. So that'll be good for us. Now, over here in Singapore, we were repulsed. It's taken significantly longer than I thought. It is actually quite surprising just how tough enemy forces can be when they're in entrenched positions. Well, they're not so much entrenched, but just when they have a lot of supply, they do just don't want to surrender, really. They're down to 289 assault value at this moment in time. At least that's what it was like when we started the battle. Obviously, things have changed now. but we're getting there. We had 1-to-1 assault odds. They're breaking. You can see we had 597, a little bit more than that. We might have been able to win that. But we're getting there. We had 2,099 casualties, but most of them being disabled. We can recover those. And if you take a look here, not tremendous amounts of losses, but still losses nonetheless. But they are losing guns and vehicles over here. The end is coming. It's just going to take some time to break them down, really. But it'll happen. It will happen. And the good news is, with the actual headquarters over here, it allows us to recover much sooner. So we're going to continue. We're just going to go at it until we break it, really. It's a shame that we haven't been able to pull off a coup de grace. But again, this is it. We didn't do a Mercing... Well, we didn't pull off a Mercing Gambit at the start of the war. We did it a good few days in. About 2-3 weeks in, was it? Something of that nature. So, it wasn't their weakest. They had obviously built up some strength, obviously built up some fortifications. It was unfortunate that the divisions actually crossed a day before we actually expected. Otherwise, with the actual headquarters, we might have been able to make a much better indentation into our lines there. But hey ho, it is what it is. The two naval headquarters march to Singapore. This is it. It's going to be fallen. It's going to be fallen soon enough. We do have the base forces over here to move in. They'll be moving in next turn. Additional support does help. I mean, they do have aviation support, but that motorized support is what we want there. That will definitely help out. You can see they only require about 26 support. So that's about 50-odd support that will be helping out these forces here, which is good news. The more support we have, the better these guys will perform. But yeah, it's been quite surprising just how much it's cost us here. But hey, Blair is more or less conquered at this point now, which is good. I still can't believe that these guys... I don't know why they've not surrendered, but they will surrender at some point. Going to continue with deliberate attacks here. Those guys marching back north. Yes, let's take a look. Yep, moving to Georgetown. There we go. This regiment is almost there now. About 3 more days march, and they will be finally there. So, at about 4 days, on the 12th of January, we should be able to attack over here. Ideally force them to surrender, which would be excellent, and that should bring BLeACHACiD to an end there. These bases and these units over here will have fallen by then. Once this is finished over here, I can get the 4th Division to be sent down here, the remnants, well, the actual detection. Division. And move it back down here to join over the 4th. This is it. I suppose this is not 3 full divisions. It was 2 full divisions and a little bit missing, which does make a difference on the actual odds there to begin with. I'm going to leave these guys to patrol here for the time being. They're moving in. We do have the AKEs actually in Palembang at this moment in time. I'm not going to arm them yet. I'm not going to load them with supply as of yet. I'm going to do it by load and tender. I don't need it right now. I want to try and maintain the supply that we have for the time being. We are building the fortifications. I may stop building the fortifications when we get to level 3. But we'll see. We are repairing the actual oil facilities over here. So you can see there's 170 left to repair, so we have 730 at this moment in time. But we'll get in there. I mean, this is it. We managed to take Palembang in a decent state. So what we'll do then is repair the oil. Whether we ever repair the refineries, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. So we're going to be hitting Batavia hard. That's good. These guys are running cap over here. I think I'll have them run a little bit higher on that cap. We have seen a few attacks over here as of late. Go 6k. Yeah, they came in low, didn't they? So 6k should be alright. Gives them that time to rest there. What I did is I transferred the other keys over here, the other key 43s. So then run the actual cap over here. I think what I might do is actually switch that around, I should say. There we go. We're going to continue to hit Sorabaya. I think I'm going to up that to 8%. Make sure we have enough covering. We're going with 20% rest here. So we're going to continue to hit Sorabaya. We're going to continue to hit Batavia. I do have the actual reconnaissance aircraft over here, the BABs over here, the Ka-15s. They're going to be transferred down here to Banjarmasin next turn. And then what I'm going to do is actually... Well, I'll split them up before they do transfer. If able. I think there's one potentially left in Canton. Those zeros going to be moved out tomorrow. Yes, there's one here. Yeah. When will you be ready? One day. Okay. So we might have that one flown to join another squadron elsewhere by disbanding it. Or we're going to have it flown out here. But I'm going to need... I don't know, it's a difficult one. So I'm going to need to do that and make sure I can actually split those units up and get them moving. So we'll save it before we do move that. We have these guys back over here at Jolo, which is good. They're operating nicely. These units are in the port here at this moment in time. We do have the forces over here at Tarakan, so we did have the attack. It didn't succeed, but it's not too far off, and it will likely succeed today. I can't see it not doing so, really. There's a lot of assault value. We've learned lessons regarding Tarakan. Those forces there may actually move across this island here, but we'll take it from there, really. We can see that it does have aircraft here. Ideally, these are aircraft that we can actually destroy the airfield. That would be ideal. But yeah, it's good to see that I was actually using that airfield. So I feel quite happy actually dealing with that. Just waiting for that to unload. Giving the forces actually time here to rest, which is not too bad. Then rest and they're preparing for Samarang as well. So yeah, getting that rest in there is going to be quite good. We're not going to get that chance beforehand. We have them resting over here too. Yeah. The invasion of Java is not too far away. What I need to do is actually get the intelligence built up across Java, figure out what his aircraft is, figure out what he actually has left in Java, and then really bring it to an end. But Java soon. I'm hoping that we can do this. I hope that we can. Ideally, we can conquer Java before the end of January. That would be nice, and I think it can be done. I think it can be done. We do need to get things moving sooner rather than later, though. Let's see. Can I load these troops? Yeah, bugger it. Let's get them loaded now. They've had enough time. Right, there we go. Verify load, get them loaded. Okay, then get them to BLeAcHACiD, and we'll get ready there. Okay, it's going to take a little while to get them moving out there. Right, AKEs and a destroy tender moving over to BLeAcHACiD too. With alongside some actual tenders, some actual tankers, sorry, which is good. AKE moving out this way. I am going to try to get some fuel down to Kopang. That one's going to be easier said than done. But I think we can do that. So they're going to load fuel and then move to Kopang, which is excellent. What I'm doing here with the actual Nashi is I'm going to have her sent to Mekasar. What I'm going to do with her then is actually have her run through the area. Just on the off chance he might get cheeky and actually send something out here to try and hit us. But actually having some surface ships around here is going to be good. The issue is we lost out in hitting these AKs because I didn't have them with an AKE. I think in the future what I'd do is actually keep the Kashino around this area. But I don't know if I'd send her to Kandari. We'd have to see about that. Ambon's all repaired and good, which is good for us. What we'll do is we'll probably move a unit out there, some sort of aircraft squadron in the near future. Maybe when we do have actual anti-submarine squadrons essentially set up with proper training, we can have them based out potentially at Ambon, different bases around here, and just try to keep the actual Dutch East Indies seas, the actual seas over here, the Banda Sea, Makassar Strait, all these seas over here, try and keep them clear of enemy submarines as much as we can. That'd be ideal. I do have ships moving into Babardwar. I'm going to have a number of actual ships moving in here, so I can actually pick up these actual assets from Babardwar and get them moved out, get them made ready for the invasion. Yeah, so things are cooking. I'm still transferring elements of a JNAF aviation coin over here to Tete. What I'll be able to do then is actually pick up the paratroopers over here, the Yokosuka, and have them made ready. Let's see, we do have, not that. Do they need any reserves? Unfortunately, I can't get any reserves because we don't have any reserves, which is a little bit awkward. Let's see, Medan. Right, let's make sure these are targeted properly. We need to see. Right, there we go. And Sabang. Right, targeted on Sabang. There we go. Not a great deal of reconnaissance, but still something to work with. These guys, they're going to need some rest soon, but what I'm going to do then is actually have them pick up some troops. Go ahead and pick these guys up from Sanabang. Or Sanabang. So, is there no airfield there? Ah, there isn't there? Okay, we'll have to use fast transport to pick those guys up then. Okay. Didn't take that into consideration, but that's okay. What I'm going to do then is have these guys actually rest for the time being then. That's not too bad. I could fly forces over here to the base, but I don't have supply. I think what I'm going to do then is wait till we have Singapore, and then potentially move up here. I mean, I could transfer units over, but... maybe. We have a base there. The thing is, I don't really particularly want to land there. It's going to take a few days of march. And I could transfer over... possibly the regiment, but they're not going to have their actual equipment. It's not going to be long before we can move across there, so we'll give it that time. This will fall soon enough. Maybe it's worthwhile to get the armor moving down here. Yeah, we'll give it that chance. They can always move back up. I mean, this is it. If they... if it doesn't fall by the time we get there, then it will be worthwhile. If it falls, then we can always turn them around or send them back over on rail. But I think it's worthwhile doing so. Get them moving down there. They'll move quickly enough. They'll move a hex a turn, pretty much. More than that sometimes. So they'll get down there soon enough, so that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay. Still waiting to get those ships made use of. Okay. Have you move out to Sinkwang? There we go. So, I do have these ships over here. I do actually want to pick up a lot of these assets. These assets could be very useful elsewhere. We do... I think I'll maintain a aviation unit over here at Sinkwang because it is quite useful. But we need to really get them moving elsewhere. But what I'm going to do for the time being then is actually have them disband into the dock for the time being. Okay. These fellas are unloading. That's good. It seems that we did sink the submarine over here at Samarinda. Whether we did or not is an interesting question, but we'll see about that. Yeah, so what we're doing then is we need to get these troops out here to BLeAcHACiD and prepare for the invasion of Java. We need to get things moving. But things are moving now. Things are moving. It's a shame what happened to Host Show, but then again, at least we don't have to worry about it per se. The worst has happened, okay. At least we've actually steeled ourselves for the future then, really. I suppose that's one way to look at it. It can't get that much worse, can it, really? Oh, of course it can. Ah, well. Right. So what we're doing over here, then, is that Clark are actually making some progress. We do have about 2 points of damage on the airfield, but that's actually good. That's a good start. We're going to increase that as we go on. What I'm doing here as well is we're not going to gain that much more rest on the actual divisions of the brigade. So what I'm going to do then is actually have them contribute to the bombardment. If their fatigue goes above 25, I can rest them, as that'll help out more. But we do have these guns over here. If I was saying that, do I want to do that? Nah, actually. Maybe in the future, but I think we keep them for the time being. We are making progress regarding the airfield. Might as well have them in the best state they can possibly be in. The actual guns over here are doing a good job, so just let them do that job. I guess so. These tanks over here are moving to Clark, so they'll arrive next turn. Yes, we do have a Sasebo over here, which is giving us a little bit of security. I mean, we don't have a huge amount. 29 AV is not a huge amount, but we do have some... Well, we have level 3 fortifications. I think we'll stop at level 3. Yeah. The interesting thing is this base seems to be empty, but I'm going to continue to run reconnaissance over here and try and figure out if it is indeed empty. We do have additional aviations out here, which is going to be on its way from Bhutan. So it just needs to arrive, which is looking good. Okay. Takao. Let's get you moving out this way. We're going to need you at Singapore when we do lay those mines. If we, I don't know, do we lay mines at Singapore? Likely so. They will likely come in handy. Oh, actually, do I have one at Hong Kong? I think I do, in fact. Ah. I don't have any mines at Hong Kong, but then again, do I need to have mines at Hong Kong? Does it matter? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is where we want to use mines, in these areas here where it's nasty. They more or less have to move through that area. Yeah, it's a shame that it doesn't completely cut it off, but it does make it harder for them. Let's see, what are these like? Yeah, they can transfer through here. Yeah. It's narrow, but not that narrow. But then again, this is probably one of the few places where mines will work. This is a good place for mines over here in Merrick. So that would be one of the places where actually maintain mines. Okay. So I do have these maps over here. The issue is I can't divide them, which is a rather annoying problem. Okay, so we're aware of fighters. We're aware of aircraft over here. What we're going to do then is run reconnaissance over another base in the area, try and just figure out what else is here. So, port capacity 3, air capacity 2. Port 5. Yeah, there's lots of little bases here that we're going to have to deal with. So having a good number of reconnaissance units is going to make things significantly easier for us. See, that's quite a large airbase there of size 4. No port, however. But still dangerous. I think that's the one we'll probably want to take a look at there. I mean, some of these could actually be bombarded from the sea. But we'd have to have complete control of the sky there. Okay, the APDs are moving over there. They're loading the 35th JNAF. And then what we'll do then is we'll keep on transferring it to Mechazar until we have it all there. And then we'll have them pick up units and transfer them elsewhere. And I'll use them to take over these islands. So AK's moving out that way. Okay, subs are moving in this area. I do have these zeros over here at Babaldwab. The reason why I have them at Babaldwab is I want to have them in essential positions so we can have them assigned out where we need them. I'm also going to build them up over here. I mean, right now they're set to sweep, but what we can do then is we're going to have them train while they're here. Though, I think we'll have them rest for the time being, actually. Just have them rest. Burn off that fatigue and then we can get them out there. But yeah, I'm going to have one of these squadrons assigned to each area, essentially. They're going to be quite large. I mean, 31 is no joke. It's going to take some time to actually fill up these zeros there. But that'd be good. I mean, I'll have one based out this way, which would be excellent. Whether I even need additional zeros out here is a interesting question. Having some zeros out here be useful, but then again, it's a case of even 30 odd zeros isn't going to make a huge difference. You need to have tremendous power, really, to go up against like big numbers. Or just be able to have, well, I don't know, 2 squadrons could handle that. Obviously having more would be great, but I think you need at least 2 squadrons so you can actually like sweep and rest with 1 and do it like that and switch them over. Yeah, I think possibly having more zeros here would be a good idea. I'd like to have them available to actually defend. Potentially even having some in the Marsh Islands might be useful, but then again, it's a case of you need to have them in a position where they can actually respond to multiple threats. But yeah, zeros are good and all, but the issue is it's like you need numbers. But then again, having a fighter just be there is oftentimes better. Well, it's definitely better than having no fighters. The Karga accidentally moved out there, so she's moving back into Niwatok. At least it gives an idea that he's not running naval search for some odd reason. And it could be worthwhile lingering in the area, but I don't want to linger here, really. Not yet. I'd rather have the second carrier with us, a Kargi, when she's available. Still using her for resizing. She's locked up in port, actually, just to make sure she's safe. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, really. We do have our submarines patrolling out here. We do have additional submarines moving out this way. We're building up these air bases. What I'm going to be doing then is getting supply moving around. We do have some supply that's arrived over here at Rabal. The supply being transferred to Talagi, as well as additional fuel on its way to Talagi, which is good news. Fuel could do with being moved to Rabal. Let's see, I'll go ahead and get some fuel moved into Rabal. Possibly some additional fuel over there at Quadulane as well is not too bad of an idea. Right, let's see. Oilers. Right, they've emptied their tanks. I think we'll bring on the sources again, Yomaru. Okay. Actually, might as well have her escorted by patrol boats. Yeah, there we go. That's a decent escort, at least. As we'll have her load up fuel. There's 150k units of fuel here. That's going to start dwindling pretty quick. I believe we do have additional units on the way. Alright, let's see. That's intriguing, but we'll keep our eyes on it. Right. They're moving units out there. Couple aviation units looking good. Moving to Kandarai. Let's see. Right, tanker. Ah, right, okay, you're moving to Bibaldwa. Right, okay. Though saying that, I mean, this is it. I don't need Bibaldwa as much due to the fact that we do have fuel production out this way. What I'm going to do is actually have that diverted to truck. Though, in fairness, actually, I could do with some of that fuel at Saipan. A little bit of fuel at Saipan would be quite nice, actually. So what I can do is I can actually have the 1200 and the ACM dump their fuel at Saipan, then have that additional fuel carry on towards truck. Right, let's go back then. So sort by the amount of fuel being carried. So it's 5k there. Okay, so it might have been a few turns ago when we had more fuel moving around, which makes sense. Supply. Right, then moving to truck. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're at truck, okay. Fusan. Right, moving resources there. Then moving to truck. Then at truck. Not too surprising. Okay. Supplies are 109. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm redistributing the actual supplies around this area. So we do have these units that have arrived over here. 84th Naval Guard. Okay, excellent. We'll have them rest and train. The question is going to come down to where do we want them to actually prepare for? It's going to be an intriguing one, really. Where do we have them planned for, really? I think what I'm going to do then is actually have them prepare. I'm going to have it prepare for Newcastle. Not that I intend to land there, but I want to kind of scare him. What I'm also going to do then is have these divisions here. Just all these units. And we'll have them prepare for Sydney. Well, in fact, what I'm going to do here, I'll have them prepare for different objectives alongside the Australian coast. The reason being is he does get signal intelligence, so I want to kind of give him an impression that we are going to be doing that one day. It might make him actually think about it, you know? He might have to think, ooh, okay. Just in the back of his mind, well, we saw this preparing, there's a good couple of units prepared for it. So that's something we'll do there. Okay. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? We are making our moves in China as well. We're going to be looking towards conquering Chengchao and Luoyang in the immediate future. Right, these guys. Have them prepare for Brisbane. There we go. Couple divisions over here. Right, so maybe he might pick that up. rest of your unit is a little bit spread out, actually. Where's Harbin? It's over there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, these divisions can move in, can't they? Have them move to Mukden. There we go. Who knows? Maybe one day we might we might even end up going for that. It'd be kind of crazy, but and I'm leaning towards India, but we've got to get there first. Got to get there first. So guess what I'm doing here, then, is moving these forces and that division here, moving additional forces here to cover this. These guys move in here, and they will attack return after that when they arrive. Those guys are marching Changchao. And then what I'll do is I'll march some additional reinforcements across there, as we'll have another division moving there. I think 4 divisions will be enough to take Changchao. It's clear terrain. That's fine by me. We're going to have the main body cross over here to the north of Luoyang. We do have a good chunk of HQ support, so it'll be going well. This is it. I've just got too many units over here. I'm going to have additional divisions move up here, be able to help out. Yeah, 15th will be able to help out here after that's been taken care of. So that's looking good. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is it. We had a nasty blow dealt to us, but what can we do about it? If we bitch and moan, we would never move forward. I've had people say to me in the past that I don't take losses too seriously, and I've had other people where... I don't know. It's one of those things, if you don't take losses seriously, then that can affect your strategy, because you have to be in reality, you have to be aware, you have to be cognizant, is it cognizant? Cognitive. You know what I'm trying to say, of the situation. You have to be aware of the situation and the ramifications of it. But then at the same time, if you allow yourself to like sink into like despair at every single loss, you wouldn't be at war, you know what I mean? You wouldn't fight. You wouldn't play a war game. You'd be like, well, I don't want to lose. And you know what? We're not going to take the red ball home. We're going to keep on playing. And we'll just have to learn how to play harder. And this is it. Dadman is a good player. He's been playing for years. I'm still quite the novice of the game. A lot of you will know. This is it. The time that I do play War Pacific is always pretty much... Well, yeah, always behind the OBS software. I'm always recording. I don't really get to play the game without recording it. So there's a lot of people that are more experienced than I am. But hey, here we are. We're learning, and this is the best part. We're learning against some great opponents. And that makes for really, really, truly meaningful lessons. So thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Things are going to be intriguing. Let's hope that there's no more upsets, but we'll see about that. Okay, so the date here is the 8th of January, 42. I realise I haven't spoken about the Kiddibatai. So yes, the Kiddibatai. I almost said combined fleet, but no, Kiddibatai. I'll go over that in just a second. My thoughts regarding the Kiddibatai is if we remain stagnant to this place, he's going to strike us elsewhere. We've got a brief glimpse that there might be shipping over here. Sorry, at Brisbane. But I don't want to remain here. I don't want to sit around and potentially get torpedoed. So what I'm going to do then is we are moving our forces over here to Tarawa. What I'm going to do then is have these forces move out towards Tarawa. And on the off chance that he's in the area, we can do something at least. I'm tempted to move H6K4s out here to Tarawa, but while the actual Kiddibatai is away, I'd rather have a Tulagi. H6K4s actually run that double search. We can get more ships out here in the near future, as we've done over here at Tulagi. This area's a little bit safer. I could do with more... Well, actually, no. Yes. I thought I said 201 mines. 20 mines. Not exactly a huge amount. We do have some warships here. But yeah, not a tremendous amount of them. Gotta be very mindful of that. Gotta be very, very mindful. Right. Get that third destroyer in here. There we go. Have them on a patrol. Absolute. No second chances here. Yeah, more mines would be nice there. We saw that there were the SPDs likely flying out from Port Moresby, which is intriguing. But this is it. Once we get a couple zeros, I mean, I might move I might move about, I don't know, just get one of these squadrons from a Bardwab and get it moved down to the Lay area. Possibly sooner rather than later. At least having some actual zeros in the area would actually give us a hell of a lot to work with. We do have some at Rebal, but having some at Lay would be very nice. The A5 and 4s, they didn't shoot down any of the SPDs, but they did cause some damage. He's obviously aware that there is a cap there, so he's going to have to take that into account. Will it do much to stop him? Not very likely, really. But hey, it is better, certainly better than nothing. But there we go. So we'll see how things go. Ideally, there's no more upsets, but we cannot make any promises here. We can't expect any. He's going to give it all, as we need to do the same here, really. So I'm going to say a big thank you here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are fantastic, tuning in each and every time. Maybe if you guys are still watching at this point, maybe comment down below and let me know which was the first episode that you watched. When did you start following my channel? I should really say our channel. So a lot of the stuff that I do is almost like collaborative. A lot of the input is from you guys as well. We do discuss things a lot. It's really nice. And who knows? I'm hoping that I can make the channel a little bit more professional in the year to come as well. I think I said that last year. But university coming up this year. Ideally getting an apartment sorted out. Looking to get sorted like a mini studio set up. So at least I can try and do things a little bit more routinely. That'd probably be a big thing there. But yes. Thank you so very much for that, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are fantastic. Big thank you. I'm hoping you guys are having a tremendous day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the future. See you in the next episode, guys. Tena Haika Banzai. And, I am going to say goodbye for now.